that's not the bad thing. That ain't the bad thing either. It will not come out of your clothes. So don't drop it on your clothes, because it will not come out. Likewise, if you drop it on your patient's clothes, you done bought them a new suit. It will not come out. Woolite won't do it. No detergent. Tide won't do it. It won't do it. It won't come out. Okay. In your kit, you also have some rubber-based adhesive. It's yellow. Got some rubber-based adhesive. It's a bottle like this. It's really good adhesive. It comes with a brush, and the brush can be used as the lid. You want to take some adhesive and coat the inside of your tray. You want to liberally do it, but you don't want puddles. You want to make sure that the tray, all the way to the border of the tray, is covered with some adhesive. Now, this adhesive is not interchangeable with PVS adhesive. I don't believe you heard me. It is not interchangeable. This one is rubber-based adhesive. It does not work on PVS. And PVS adhesive does not work with rubber-based. So just because it says tray adhesive doesn't mean it's rubber-based adhesive. You have to use rubber-based adhesive for this. So you set the tray aside and let that adhesive evaporate for about 5 minutes while you're trying to get ready to do everything else. Now, the other thing that you have is you have a rubber-based spatula. It's different than your plaster. Where'd Nelly go? Where's that plaster spatula? They kind of, sort of, anybody know what kind of, sort of means? No. They kind of look alike, but they're not alike at all. The plaster spatula is real flexible. The rubber-based spatula is not as flexible. It's more stiff. So you want to put some Vaseline on the handle of it, and that just facilitates cleanup a lot easier in the end. Now, in your rubber-based kit, it comes with some paper slabs, mixing slabs. It comes with some mixing slabs. Now, the thing that I want you to note about the mixing slab, and I'm not going to tear a page off, never detach a sheet from your mixing pad. You need the whole pad to mix. Then once you're finished with the impression and everything you're ready to clean up, then tear it off. You'll notice some anatomy of the pad. Let me go to the big screen here. The pad has 4 borders that is glued together, that are glued together. It has only 1 border that is not glued together. So it's a rectangular pad. This surface is glued, that surface is glued, that surface is glued, but the only one is free, is this one surface of that pad. Everybody notice that? That's to help you mix the rubber base. Because the rubber base is kind of sticky rubber. And it sticks to the pad. If you tear this pad off into a single sheet as you try to mix, the rubber base material itself will crumple up the paper. So you need the paper to stay on this pad until you finish mixing. Now, three sides of the pad are glued. The fourth side you're going to have to hold down with your off finger as you're mixing so that the paper will not tear off. So you got to hold that free side down with your hand. Has everybody got me?
Yes.
Okay. This is for cleanup. There's a little round brush in your free flow syringe box. Here the free flow syringe looks like this. That brush is needed to clean your syringe once you get through. So we'll put that away for right now. Okay. Now you have two types of polysulfide rubber-based impression material. One says, can you zoom? Light body, permalastic, and it is a base in the white tube and a catalyst in the gray tube. It's got a white top and a black top. Do not mix the tops, because if you switch the tops and put the black top on the white tube, all of the material in that white tube will begin to set. You got to keep them separated. You got a second type of material known as regular body permalastic rubber base. So this final impression is a, oh man, who gave us a little tube of Vaseline? And that's neat. Where they come out of free flow? Came out of the free flow syringe bag. That's all right. They gave you some little Vaseline. You see that little? I imagine you go buy that from the supply house. It'll cost you $20 probably. This impression technique is a two-stage impression technique. You have a high viscosity and a low viscosity material. The low viscosity material will be used for your base to fill the impression tray. You will use the light body, I got that backwards. You will use the low viscosity, which is the light body, will be used to impress the preps. It's the accurate material and more free-flowing material that will flow into all avenues of your preps, including your anti-rotation grooves and your retentive grooves on the premolar. The regular body, which is a medium viscosity, it is used as the base material that you load the tray. I personally, when I'm going to use rubber base, instead of using regular body and light body, I use heavy body and light body. Because the heavy body is real stiff and firm. But when I use that heavy body and seat the tray, that heavy body will force the light body on down into all the crevices of your preparation and into the gingival sulcus. The regular body will do the same thing, but just not as much as heavy body. So you say, why didn't we get you heavy body? Because heavy body is a damn hard thing to try to use. It's hard to mix. So we gave you something a little bit easier to mix that will do the job. So you can use medium body and light body. We're going to fill the syringe with the light body. And then once we got the syringe filled, we're going to take the light body and inject it around the preps, starting at the gingival sulcus and working our way up all the way to cover each prep. We're going to start with the most posterior prep. You will need an assistant to mix your impression material. You can't do it alone. You're going to need an assistant. So you get a classmate to be your dental assistant. And while you're mixing the light body, your assistant will be mixing the regular body and load the tray for you. Everybody got it? So the light body is going to be mixed by whom? The operator. The regular body, or if you were using heavy body, is going to be mixed by whom?
The assistant.
The assistant. Is everybody with me? All right. Give me some zoom, Doc. If you look at the tip of the cap, right at the top of the cap, there is a plunger. There is a perforator at the tip of the cap. If any of you got your rubber base out, you'll see there's a little sharp point right in the middle of the tip of the cap. Everybody see that? It's right in the middle. Let me see if I can get something right there. Right there. See, that's a sharp point right there. Each cap has got one. Now, when you remove the cap, you'll notice that there is a lid over the top of the opening. It is this little perforator that you turn it upside down and punctures that cap. Everybody see that? You cannot use the one on the black cap to puncture the base material. You got to use the white one. Now this, I got to go to the... Now, I don't know how well you can see this, but notice that this is the catalyst right here that's got the black on it. It says catalyst, and the base is here. But look at the size of the two openings. Which one is larger? The one on the right or the one on the left? The one on the right is larger. The manufacturer has already programmed these two tubes to get the right mixing ratio. The ratio of using base to catalyst is not based on volume. They base the ratio on length. How long should you make a strip that you're dispensing? So you'll see that it's going to take more base, because the opening is bigger, than it will catalyst. Many students get confused about this and try to dispense equal volumes, equal amounts. It is not like that. Everybody got it? Whereas when you get to the light body, the difference is not as great. So the manufacturer has already built into the tubes the proper ratio. When you get to the light body, you'll notice that the ratios are 1:1. They're equal. The apertures are equal. So when you dispense the regular body or heavy